Welcome to ODog's Corner. I'm ODog. This is ODog Survives Dune Awakening. Not entirely sure what happened. I was planning on filming this trial. Unfortunately, my recording stopped and I did not realize it, so I didn't catch the trial. But this was the first trial of Aqua. They're part of the steps you take for Chapter 1. After completing the trial, we got contacted by Xantar, and he wants us to find a moisture-sealed cave and gather some micro-sandwich fabric. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Sorry about that. Would have really liked you to have seen the trial. Let's see if I can find a cave. Pretty sure I saw a couple on the way over. And I also saw some fuel cell containers, which I need to hit to make sure I have enough fuel to power my base. So let's see if we can find one of these moisture-sealed caves. Not quite sure what happened. The recording started, but then like 7 minutes in it just stopped, which was kind of weird. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Let me check my map. Do I know of any caves here? There's a cave over here, so we can definitely hit that one. In between episodes I did have to get some fuel cells to keep the base going while I was offline, and during that I actually leveled up and got an extra quest, which I'll do eventually. Speaking of the level up, I forgot I have not actually used those skill points yet, so let's see, what do we want? Let's get some passives. I think hydration stamina bonus is a nice one to have, and better healing when we heal up. Pretty sure I mentioned last time we can only get the first level of any of these right now because we need additional training from a swords master before we can get additional levels in each of these. There's where it says unlock upgrade at this advanced swordmaster, so we have to find the advanced swordmaster trainer who is in one of the cities, so that's going to be a while before we can do that. There is one of the fuel things I want to get. Unfortunately, with the tool I have right now, we are not going to get very much out of this. Yeah, 24 and plus the ones I already had. Okay. This cave, well, it's still a long ways away. There's really no other caves around here, huh? Go see if we can do this and not get eaten by the worm. That would be bad. I don't remember if I mentioned it. If you get eaten by the worm, you lose everything. Now the first time that happens, you do also get some benefit, which at some point I'll let myself get eaten so that you can see what that is. But yeah, getting eaten by the worm is very bad. Looks like we have... It's weird, I'm seeing a cave on my thing. Let's see, is this closer than this other one? Might be two ends of the same cave. That's not uncommon. This is where the cable have two entrances. Must be down here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Okay. Those red attacks you can't block. Let's get some more blood since I'm going to need more. Oh, I don't have any more room in my blood bag. Let's go ahead and don't need any more, but we'll go ahead and get some more of this micro sandwich since that is very useful. I probably have enough metal and probably have enough copper back at the base as well, but we'll go ahead and get some more. Can I get this one? I guess if we see some metal, we'll go ahead and get that as well, since just to make sure we've got enough. I'm pretty sure we have enough back at the base. Let's see, our base is this way. Yep, there's some salvage metal. Leveled up again. Still need more salvage metal for the quest, so we'll go ahead and get some down here and get some more power cells. Good, we're not running close to full. Each week there's a big sandstorm that comes through that changes the distribution of the materials. So sometimes finding those fuel cells can be real hard, which is a big pain because while you don't have to pay taxes anymore, you do need to keep the base fueled so that its shield is up, so that you don't take damage during the sandstorms. Way too much time out in the sun. Yeah, let's go in here and go ahead and level up. Although there isn't much more I can really get. Okay, we'll wait until we have some more points before we get anything else. I may even start saving them for my next class, which we should get relatively soon. There's another fuel cell. Collectible. Let's see. Still trying to get back to our base. Hopefully drink water from blood. So we'll need to put some this blood into the the water extractor. Basic box base. Okay, now we need to research the fabricator. Construct a fabricator. So let's see. Where is my base constructor? Okay, we're still doing pretty good. See, all those fuel cells only got me up to 5 days. And now we need to make a still suit. See, for the still suit, you need that micro sandwich fabric, which is why they had you collect some. To equip the still suit. See, the still suit only takes 4 spaces instead of the 5. Yeah. Did I make the wrong thing? Where are my gloves? Oh, there they are. I just missed it.
Just remember, if you didn't connect the tubes between the cats and the thigh pads just right, you'll be drinking your own liquefied feces. And that does not count as hydration, by the way. I have good news, Off-Worlder. My leg has recovered enough that I will risk it to move forward. I know a place in your sector where we can meet. Craft a survey device so you can figure out how to get there and join me.
Xantara is always interesting. Okay, so we need an ore refinery. Not sure why it's saying I've got things here. They're obviously not showing. And we'll make the refinery. This gets us into our first tier of metal that we have to refine, which is the copper, which is again why they had us collect copper on the way. I'm going to show you, as you'll see, you can you don't actually have to have the stuff on you when you use these things. Anything in your base that's in a box will also work. You can quickly do the max by by holding space. And then now we have to wait for the copper. There we go. Now we need to do the survey device, which gets you the survey device and deep survey probes, which is done in here. We'll need one probe right now. You'll need several by the time you finish Haga Basin, and then in the deep desert every week you can rescan each of the grids for a little extra.
Did you get a probe made? Good. Static discharge from sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on Arrakis. But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region. Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe. Just don't let the Sardaukar spot you.
Okay, I'm going to drop the scavenger, or the makeshift gear. Still suitable, would be fine for the time being. So let's equip. Okay, the probe is equipped on 6. And you do tend to need to get high up for the probe to work. Here, I'll show you. I'll say I got to get up 36 meters. I don't know if this is going to be high enough. Try over here. Let's go ahead and go straight for this one. Tell you one thing, this is where the Trooper Claw comes in useful, especially once you get further in and you get some more gear. It makes it easier. A little too well there. 1 meter. Well, 1 meter is pretty easy. It should be at the top. Probably could have just done it from right there. And once you start this, you don't want to jump down or anything. You got to wait for the probe to finish. Otherwise, it cancels out. Need to wait for the survey to complete, and when it does...
Very good. I'm going to the Griffin's Reach trade post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful crossing the sands. Move from rocky ground to rocky ground. Learn how far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
And as you can see, it's revealed this entire section of the map to us. And you can see a lot of the things. I think there are some things that don't reveal. You see some of these say intel. Those are extra points for learning schematics in the research tree, which becomes way more important later on, because early on you do get some intel as you level up, but later on you do not. So you'll have to hit these intel points. These ones give you, I think, 5, and then each area it increases, I think, to 30 or 40 for the last area in Haga Basin. So let's go to the, assuming we have to go to the trade post now. Yeah. Oop, took some damage there. Let's go ahead and bandage up. You know, this other quest I picked up along the way requires you to take some salvage metal to the trade post, so I'm going to go ahead and bring some with me. I need 100. I only have 75. So, alright, let's go ahead and craft some more heal kits. So I'm going to need to pick up some more salvage metal on the way. We have enough. So now we just need to make it over to the trade post, which is there. So it's really just the next island over, so should not be too difficult. Again, we still need fuel cells for the base, so hopefully I don't fill myself up. They really make the worm sounds. Make you think the worm's going to jump out and get you pretty much at any time, but pretty much in this area it's somewhat difficult to get the worm's attention. In some of the other areas, they're a little bit more noticing of you, especially depending on what you're doing. Like if you're mining spice or something called flower sand, you'll need later on. Okay. Oop. Got a little too far from the wall there. There's the trade post. If you see down here, the still suit actually collects water, so you can drink some of that water. Built right next to the trade post, didn't he? I'll often build on this island for my first little base. Oh, somebody parked their throp there.
Alas, Off-worlder, it seems my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my head, and while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added tension is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you, but be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
But those are all player vehicles. This structure here protects them from the sandstorms, so if you have them in here, they won't degrade, which is why there's so many in there. So he wants us to go to the contract board, which is this. And as you see, like I said, the one I picked up, I can deliver. It only lets you deliver what it wants, so get to keep that 26. And here you see there's a quest for killing Xantara, who's the guy that's been guiding us. I'm going to go ahead and take that for reasons. This one wants 40 copper ore. So now it stays there until we deliver the items. Level it up again. Still don't know that there's anything we want. Let's go ahead and get the ore. I keep hitting the wrong button. Let's We want the scrap metal quest. Let's see if we can find some copper nodes. Hopefully they didn't get all covered up by people building bases. This base is open. This doesn't have power, but the subfief must still be active because I can't. Yeah, there it is. I can't interact with anything. Here is a copper node. Let's see how much copper we get out of it. And we got just enough. It's almost like they know how much you're going to get. Yeah, these bases do make it a little more difficult to get back to the trade post, don't they? So we'll go ahead and turn this in. If I remember correctly, this is a chain quest, so it'll keep asking for more stuff. Let's see what the second one is. Finally, I waited weeks for that copper. It's damn hard trying to run an efficient scrapping business when the quality of salvage contractors keeps dropping. Nothing but unreliable slackers, like that Nazir. He's probably passed out in a Sumata den somewhere. Anyway, you've proven you can deliver, so you might have some more work for you. Okay, let's see. Buy unique Leader John schematic. There is a merchant at the trade.
Hey, stop! I know the face of every sand-sucking bandit, scavenger, and merc from here to Harko, and I don't recognize you. So perhaps you'll give us the courtesy of who you are, and while you're at it, why our airspace is crawling with Sanukar.
I'm going to go ahead with the deception option. That's because it looks like it might be a little funny.
Oh, yes, of course. Sal, how's he doing?
He took a shotgun shot to the face about a month back, but he's still prettier than you.
That's a good one. Welcome to Griffin's Reach, cousin of Sal. The rules are simple. Pay up front, don't cause trouble, or we'll waste you. Good? Name's Mira. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting. And there's a contract board in the corner, if you need work.
You have some questions about this area?
Unless someone shows up with a load of salvage, I've got time to talk.
He mentions the Sardaukar patrols.
The Padishah Emperor, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed us with a cohort of his most efficient and ruthless Imperial Sardaukar.
The Imperial Sardaukar are hunting outlaws?
They use Chom mercs for the hunting mostly. I suspect the real Sardaukar are looking for Fremen and that bastard Zantara.
What happened to the Fremen?
They are no more. Exterminated by the Sardaukar, and rightfully so. Only the terrorist Zantara persists. But I'm confident, not for much longer.
The Fremen are no more?
This region was once crawling with their filthy kind, but not anymore. If one walked through the door right now, I would shoot him in the face.
Such a pleasant fellow. You mentioned the Chom mercs.
The Sardaukar don't like being peacekeepers, so Chom supplies the warm bodies to bulk out their forces. Chom really does sell everything.
Tell me about Zantara.
Have you been living under a rock? Zantara is a terrorist scum of the highest order. The Emperor has placed a $1 million bounty on his head.
Does Xantar ever visit this region?
I don't think so. But if he did, the Sadekar would guard him. In the meantime, the Kirab suffice as target practice.
What about those scavengers?
Scavengers is too good a name for them. Everyone does what they can to scrape by. Scavengers do it by mindlessly killing everyone and each other.
What is the nearest settlement?
Settlement? Ah! People don't live out here. They clean. Bandit scavengers. And a couple of fools stupid enough to run trade posts.
So there are other trade posts?
Sure. Smiley Tin still runs his place northeast of here, across the gap.
Smiley?
You'll figure it out if you meet him.
Anything out here beyond sand and rocks?
There's one of those old desert testing stations out east of here. Been unsealed for a while. Probably picked clean by now. There was a fellow bought supplies a while back. An ecologist. He was here to audit the station. Said he was camped above it. He'd know more.
Griffin's Reach. What's the name mean?
The griffin is the Harkonnen house symbol. And while we have no official affiliation, I like to think they are aware of Griffin's Reach.
What about the Atreides?
What about them? The Duke is a weak fool, and his house will fall. The Baron is 5 moves ahead of the Atreides at every turn.
I'd like to talk about something else.
What's on your mind?
Tell me about yourself.
I used to live on Rosek. For a long time, I thought it was the biggest shithole in the universe. So, I bartered my way off the planet.
You chose Arrakis?
Problem was, I was so desperate to leave Rosek, I thought anywhere would be better. Turns out I was wrong.
Does your partner speak?
No, he is quite mute. I don't know the how or why of it. The bastard can be quite reticent when he chooses to be.
How did you two meet?
He arrived one night with a patrol of Harkonnen house troopers. I offered them a place to sleep, but when I awoke, they were gone. But for evil.
It sounds like he deserted.
Ridiculous. The troop sergeant must have recognized the value of my establishment. As such, he left Igor behind to protect their interests here.
I'm here to trade. Okay, we need to buy the leader John as required. Anything else here of interest? Not really. You can buy some supplies from these merchants. They're a bit pricey. But you know, if you need this stuff and you don't have time to find it, you can pick up some here. And you see there's always a limited amount, which resets, I think, every week. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up the contract. Okay, this one's sending us to the wreck of the Alcyon, which is one of the downed ships.
Find, that Arrakis is a planet of unique opportunity. No former prisoner would ever have access to the military technology of the great houses. But with the war, chaos reigns. Ships crash and are shut down, sometimes spilling military-grade materials onto the sands. The Fremen know the ways of the desert and how to do a lot with very little. The Imperium, on the other hand, have infinite resources and the production capacity of countless worlds. Plunder them off order. There is a shipwreck near here. Slip inside and claim your share of the spoils.
Shipwrecks. Shipwrecks are massive structures often visible from afar due to their sheer size. A green map marker indicates that components needed to create weapons and armors can be found at these locations. And as you can see, this is the wreck we're going to need to go to. I will probably go back to my base first. I may move the base, but I will do that off camera. Well, I'll have to see if there's any place to build. I mean, obviously, it's pretty built up around here. But that's going to be the end for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it.